A local influencer is making sure our community remembers historic Black areas in Houston. Joining me this morning is Keandre Jordan, creator of the platform My Southern Brand and the social media series Forgotten Black Towns of Houston. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Also joining Keandre is our KPRC2 digital content producer, Erica Ponder. I know you recently, the two of you recently sat down and you did an amazing interview with this gentleman. And I know our folks watching and listening right now, they can watch and listen to that interview on our website, right? That's clicktohouston.com. We're going to get to that dialogue, that conversation in just a moment. But first, I want to ask you, sir, what inspired you to do this work?
So what inspired me to do this work is the fact that there's so much Black history and towns here in Houston that many people don't know about. So because my platform is, you know, has pretty decent numbers, I wanted to showcase where people don't know about, you know, the Black history of Houston and the history of Houston.
And there's so much of it.
Yes, it's a lot. It's a lot.
So much of it.
It's a lot.
What is, perhaps throughout your research, throughout your work, putting this all together, what has been the one thing that stood out to you?
Ooh, one thing that stood out to me
If there is one thing.
It's several things,
Right.
but one thing that really stood out to me is the fact that all of these towns were thriving. Black communities that had grocery stores, their own schools. They also had like a lot of churches, you know, that people attended. So they were very self-sustaining communities, you know, that I would say added greatly to the Black history. Yeah.
But as I was mentioning with Keith earlier on this show, there was a pulse. There was heart at its core within these communities, and they were thriving. Eric, I know you recently sat down for a conversation with Keandre. What did you learn about the work that he did?
Something that I love that he mentioned was Harrison Barrett, which started the Barrett Station. I didn't know that he was actually a Creole slave from Louisiana that came to Texas, and he actually gathered some of his family members.
Oh, wow.
Yes, and from there were 7 houses, some farms and things like that, but it eventually grew to what the town is now, which is like about 5,000 people.
Isn't that something?
It is something, and then not only that, but a KPRC2 staff member, he actually has family out there, and he said they have a homecoming happening soon. So just to hear stuff like that and to hear how even though it may be forgotten, you know, the people that are there, they still hold that heritage in high regard. It just, I don't know, it just made me really excited.
Yeah, and appreciate, you know, what is left. What's really remarkable about these stories is when we do them, you know, we know how large this world really is. We know how many people are here, but it's yet so small. There's something that connects all of us, and that's what's really really something to be appreciated. I know your work continues. Future plans?
Ooh, I would say continue the Black Town series because, like, as I post one, there's even more because a lot of my audience members, I call them audience members, they say, well, can you do this time?
I was just going to ask you.
It's so many
tips, right? People watching, listening, tuning in. If they want you to tell their story, or if they want you to go and do research on a part of town that they know about, how can they go about doing so?
So really, all they do is just either they DM me or they leave a comment under an actual episode. And they let me know, like, hey, can you go to this side, or can you, you know, talk about my family's history or something like that.
Ask Erica. We're always looking for that involvement, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, I so much appreciate both of you coming on the show this morning and chatting with us.
Thank you for
really
having
great
us.
work.
Thank you.
Thank you, Erica. And where can people go to watch, to listen to, and to read your article?
Yes, please go to clicktohouston.com, Forgotten Black Towns of Houston, and we'll talk about the series as well as how it came to be as far as Black History Month is concerned and how it just continued to grow. Yeah, and that's also where you can see the rest of our Juneteenth coverage on our website. Again, that is clicktohouston.com. Thank you both very much. Appreciate it.